Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Dead Cells. Let us start a new normal run. We're back on the main version of the game. We're not on the alpha version, and the alpha version has not come out yet. But what I want to do is I want to maybe do some boss rush, because I just had that cursed sword run that was a lot of fun, and I kind of want to roll that meta of flawlessing bosses into our future. So I have to think, do we need to go down to like BC 0? I should have really done this ahead of time. Hold on, meat skewer, boss rush. I'm just looking at my browser tab history here. Boss rush. I'm going to put this on my other monitor so I can see the list appropriately. The second trial gives us something that we have to unlock, I think. And we're gonna go down to BC 0 and we're just gonna be fighting some bosses. Now that he mentioned the cursed sword run, he has to upload this video after that one and not before. I'm pretty good at not messing up the order of uploads. It's happened a couple of times before. I think this one will be fine. Now, let's do boss rush. No death and Dracula yet, but that's okay. We have no helmet unlocked. You unlock the helmets by completing the second trial, which is the enhanced version, bosses, on BC 0 to 2, 3 to 4, and 5. Is there a third trial flawless? Yes, there is. The platform, the material. The third trial, 0 to 2 BC, is a flawless. So let's go for the third trial. Why skip number 2? Because I don't want to fight enhanced bosses, okay? My plan is to do all of the first ones, all of the third ones, then we'll start worrying about enhanced bosses, because those ones are going to be extremely tough. You get stuff for flawlessly beating at least one trial on 5 BC. Hilariously, I may have done that because I think the first run of boss rush I did, maybe not the first run, but like the first video, I got a cursed sword and then I just did it. And it was very easy because that's what happens when you get a cursed sword. Now, I have all of the weapons enabled, but if we roll a cursed sword, I might take it. There's gonna be a lot of experimentation as well. Like, I don't understand how to use whip sword, but I hear good things about it. So why don't we give it a shot? When you swap, it does crits. Why? But only the transformation has double damage? I don't know. I mean, we're trying to flawless, so we might as well keep the double damage, right? Oil grenade, bloodthirsty shield. I guess we can take the oiled grenade, but I do like the fact that we have a lot of bleed. Let's not worry about it. Mutations. If we're trying not to get hit, we do not need the disengagement. We will take no mercy. We will take anything that buffs damage. You know what? What we should take is kill rhythm. If it works with XY here, then I would love to have that. Melee attacks slow enemies. You know what? Let's go for that as well. This is gonna be the bridge. Bridge boss, not a huge problem. By the way, on this third trial, we have to fight 2 bosses, not 2 concierges, but it's gonna be Concierge Watcher or Concierge Nest. Why is his health bar purple? Dude, I just want you. Nope, get away from him. He's dead. All right, that was actually like pretty easy. He had a lot of invincibility though, it seemed like. So I don't know if we're actually getting the double damage from the whip sword. I will say, one thing I don't like about the whip sword is when you transition the weapon, you're stuck in place for quite some time. You've got a hefty... Oh my lord. You've got a very hefty delay between when you can actually dodge roll. So you've got to swap weapons only where like it's totally safe to do so. This should be Nest. Nest should not be that bad, I hope. Dun, 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 dun. Again, it's not enhanced bosses, it's just normal bosses, so here's hoping for the best. Already. Oh! I'm just restarting. So I want to point something out. I specifically dodge rolled to the right because I knew that we would probably have multiple tentacles right under our feet because we didn't have any until like the very last fifth of the fight. I didn't get double tapped in the corner, but when I rolled out, I got hit by a random stray tentacle. So that's just a little unlucky, I think. I handled it correctly, I hope. I think I handled it correctly, but it was not quite where we needed it to be. That's unfortunate. Okay, we're going curse sword. I don't even have to look at everything else. I'm like, yeah, curse sword. Curse sword, no poison. Okay. Although if we can get extra poison damage, well, we have extra poison damage on the leg hugger, but infantry bow also already lights things on fire. I guess it's easier to get a fire synergy, right? And the fire lasts a little bit longer. And you know what? Why don't we go oil grenades? We have oil fire. Yeah. And leg hugger, you know, he's gonna suck, but let's have him anyways. We want no mercy. This time we will take, probably don't need faster attacks. I do really like Armadillo Pack, and I suppose we can have plus 45% damage for 12 seconds on some fights. It'll take a long time to have that happen. I would love another Curse Sword and then Porky Pack, but that's gonna be, you know, hard to get. Let's go for melee. No, because if we fight Nest, I'm not gonna like melee. Melee attacks inflict bleed. That's like barely any damage. I never know what to take when I'm rolling melee, because I in theory don't know what's good. You know, just give me melee. Slow down enemies on the melee attacks. It's Concierge again. He should be easier than last time, because we have a much stronger weapon. Of course, I would love it to be a legendary Curse Sword, but that's not gonna happen. We can burn him. I don't think you can re-roll weapons. I haven't even done anything, and this guy, my leg hugger friend. Oh God. There he is. He's back. I didn't even hit him with my sword. There was just no opening. He just kept screaming and getting his shield up the whole time. That was very awkward and annoying. We can reroll the stats on the weapon after this next fight, because this allows us to swap out mutations. This is going to be Watcher. Get him, Leggy. He helped a little bit. He helped a little bit. Now the tentacles are gonna be annoying, but you know, we just gotta live. We'll have oil and fire, and then they'll probably die in like one hit, mostly. All right, what'd I say? It's a little funny. Okay, a little careful, a little close, I should say. Don't like that. Like, the boss can't even do anything. Oh, I didn't think there would be two tentacles at the same moment, but that's okay. This is exactly what I wanted, though. If we have a curse sword and we die, we just come back here. I don't have to reset and then do the walk of shame. Let's do it again. More brutality. Normally, here's the reason why I didn't think I would die there. Normally, quote unquote, there's one tentacle that comes up, one tentacle does the sweep, and then there's a delay before another tentacle comes out. That time, the tentacle came out immediately. I should be a little bit more aware of the possible timing on those. Because I did not anticipate it happening that quickly. Hayabusa Boots, Queen's Rapier, Wings of the Crow. I kind of like what we have. The meat skewer is a very interesting weapon that I've had fun with in the past. So why don't we roll this and why don't we say no to the rapier? Although the Queen's Rapier is pretty good. Quitting out is faster than restarting even if you get hit without dying. What do you mean quitting out? Explain this quitting. Crits reduce skill cooldowns by 0.48 seconds. That's not very good. Again, I don't really know what to take. Give me melee attacks slow and give me... Oh, when you hit quit, it'll just put you at the boss door. Oh, thank you. I did not know that. I thought it would quit out to the main menu because that's normally what it does. Uh-huh. DPS when slowed down, no. Heart of Ice, no. You know, just give me the, crits reduce skill cooldowns. We're probably not gonna crit that often. Well, I mean, we're gonna crit with the meat skewer, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, it does put you at the main menu. Ah, but then when you go back in... So, wait, it doesn't, like, keep your progress? Interesting. Could you, like, not have a shield for once? I mean, he's also, like, just dying. Maybe we should just roll tactics. You know? It's boss cells 0. The bosses are actually quite easy, in theory. Although I am looking at that crit whip. We can burn enemies and bleed them very easily. So you know what? Try the Vampire Killer. And then let's keep enemies bleeding with Knife Dance. So we have 3 things that are just designed to activate or help activate the damage bonus nest on our whip. Now, unfortunately, this boss can't burn, but, you know, just don't get hit by the freaking tentacles and you'll be fine. How hard can it possibly be? Should really, you know, check the bosses. Okay. Did not get screwed on the RNG of the tentacles, and we dodged them both. Now we have to do 1 more of these on the fight. Maybe 2 more? Probably just 1 more. Wait in the corner. I'm gonna roll in. Perfect. Just like rush them down as quickly as you freaking can. Future bosses are gonna be easier because now we actually have the capability of lighting them on fire. All right, 2 down, 3 to go. 3 to go. Dun, 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 dun. Now, do we get legendaries, or is that only on enhanced bosses? I think it's only on enhanced bosses, which is unfortunate. Why don't we go check out our next boss? So that's Giant. Oh, and then I don't know what the next boss is gonna be. The Giant should be pretty easy, though. And the Vampire Killer Whip does so much damage that I'm very tempted to just let oh, yeah. Because then we can replace the Fire Grenade, and this is way more consistent fire damage. So we want this. We'll re-roll and see what we get, of course. If I get another Vampire Whip, I might just grab it, but I didn't. Oh, you know what? I need to get Armadillo Pack. I gotta re-roll my mutations. I'm a bit of a fool. Spreads oil. Poison and bleed. Vampire Killer does more damage on a bleeding target. Firebrands. Poisons the enemy. I'm leaning towards this to help enable more damage. Let's reroll and see what else we get. The Fire Flask could be kind of interesting. We don't need the turret, especially not for the upcoming fight. I don't want to spend money upgrading that, and we don't need any of this. Okay. We got a little bit of cash for later. Reforge. I would love if we could get the whip to have more damage on a bleeding and poison target. I need to reset the mutations. We need No Mercy. Armadillo Pack, which is here. And then what's our final one? Dude, I have no idea. Next attack after using a skill inflicts 1,000 extra damage. Melee. It's a lot of like melee kill, melee kill, melee kill, which doesn't really do anything. And this boss doesn't even get slowed, so this is pointless. And this is not the alpha version, so combo isn't even that good. Scheme plus 1,000 damage after you use a skill. You know, why not? Sure, there you go. Scheme me. And then I'm gonna reroll this and look for poison and bleed. Crits up plus 50% damage at max HP. It's not conditional damage up, but it is raw damage up, and it's plus 70%. You know what? I think we can get higher. But are we really gonna have poison and bleed constantly? No. So you know what? We'll leave it like this. Because it's 70% damage permanently as opposed to, 60% damage when they're bleeding, which might not happen all the time. I really wish we had done a little more. I'm not getting in there. Now we'll get in there. And he's dead. Okay. I mean, it's so early in the game, at boss level 0, everything does die very quickly, but imagine the cursed sword. It would be ripping through these boys. I don't know who you are. We're just gonna have to get lucky. Let's just go do it. Clock Room. I don't know if that's better or worse. Now, Clock Boss behaves differently on BC0. They run at you immediately instead of do shurikens. And they only attack once. So it's gonna be like... Now get away from them. Okay, we're gonna do the final phase. We skipped one of the phases, which is okay. All right, and the fire damage just crushed you. Dude, Vampire Whip! It's helping to get the job done. We only have one more to do. This is way better. This is way slower. Also half the damage of our whip. Oh, dude, if it's like Hand of the King, please be Hand of the King. I feel like I can fight Hand of the King. We don't need torch. We don't need grenade. Although a grenade that spreads oil that's frequently reusable is very nice. And you know what? We don't have a poison or fire synergy. So renewable oil does seem pretty good, doesn't it? Erosive Cloud also burns the ground and electrocutes enemies, though. But I'm just gonna stick with what we have because it works very well so far, it seems. I'm gonna look for a better weapon. Well, you know what? We're gonna upgrade this too. I do see the bonus damage on the infantry bow. Don't think I don't. I'm just looking for a better whip, and we didn't get one. That's a healing, which we don't really care about. Who's our boss? What color are you? Green. That's got to be Lighthouse. Mostly for Lighthouse, I'm worried about the Tonfus-wielding piece of garbage that is, I forget her name. She's the difficult one. Toxic Cloud, Inflammable Oil. Nah. Leg Hugger, nah. Fire Trap. You know, I actually kind of like this to keep the fire synergy going constantly. Maybe not constantly. Well, I mean, we keep the fire synergy going constantly just by doing this. We don't need this. Revenge on the Lighthouse. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it, Jackman. Do we have oil? No. Toxic Cloud. Got an oil grenade. Got a Serenade. A double damage automatic flying Serenade could be very tempting, and it spreads oil. You know, I think you've convinced me on this. We don't even have to use it. It can just go out there and hit things. Get rid of the knife dance. Although the knife dance damage is very huge. Get rid of the knife dance. It's another double damage Serenade. If only I could hold them both, but if you enable that option, you don't get achievements anymore, so. All right. Now, I will admit, I have a temptation to try to re-roll Vampire Killer and look for something that's like oil. We got a lot of money. Same. Nope. Same. It's like I'm rolling through 5 different versions of the weapon. So you know what? Let's just keep this one that we have. We have Scheme. I don't think it works with Serenade. Maybe it does. Armadillo pack. Yeah. Should be Lighthouse. Are you going for more achievements? Well, I assume it wouldn't. I assume that if you enabled the custom mode option, you would not be able to roll boss rush unlocks. I could be wrong about that, though. That didn't work. So we're gonna jump and roll right past this guy. Okay. No! God! I'm gonna finish the fight. I'm pissed. I'm pissed because she appeared right under the platform and I didn't notice her. I saw the line and in my head I'm like, she's coming from the right, right? You absolute beehole. We'll kill him. I hate that Tonfus wielding piece of garbage, though. Oh, and you And I do forget about that too. She can turn on a freaking dime. Although I will admit, I don't think I've ever noticed her doing that before. Because I rolled, she kind of like pre-turned as I rolled through her. So we gotta be very careful about that. I'm incredibly disappointed, but you know what? That wasn't even with a curse sword, so we can definitely do better in the future. Let's go tactics. And, you know, I kind of like alchemical carbine. I don't really like the machete pistol, but, you know, we got a card. I do like the boomerang on this, yeah. Just straight up ranged. We'll take no mercy. We will take armadillo pack. And then I guess we can do like close ranged attacks. Networking only works on very specific fights, of course. Arrows stuck in enemies won't actually happen. Ranged attack after using a skill inflicts plus 700 damage is not that meaningful. And we don't have, well, we do have a deployed skill, so you know what? Give me support. It's gonna be Nest. Hey, we do have an electrical trap for the Nest fight. That's pretty good. Okay, we have our free hit card activated. We gotta go. Oh! Damn it! It does kick you out. That is very fast. It's okay. I didn't expect a second tentacle. I hate the tentacles on the fight. It's not like a hard thing to dodge. It's just, oh, can you hit the button fast enough? Screw you, game. Get out of here with that nonsense. I hate that nonsense. Hate that bull. All right. Carbine, vampire killer, flamethrower turret. Meat skewer. Meat skewer is very interesting. Hey, I never said it would be easy. We know that this is going to be hard. Cat. The cat does a lot of damage. I think I'd rather have this than the explosive decoy because it's a cat. Mutations are going to be Take No Mercy and Acrobata Pack, which are just two of the best ones. And if we're having a whip, we don't really... we'll take support. I was gonna say, if we have a whip, we don't really need point blank. Of course, we could roll barbed tips with the Sonic Carbine, but... Why did I crit there? Not entirely certain why I critted. I gotta not use... Jesus. The, I don't know what's happening. Right, when you dodge roll through them, you parry and it stops them moving. Okay, I screwed up a little bit, more than a little bit there. I knew that the cat crit, I thought my whip critted. So I thought my whip had crit, which I guess we did fire the flamethrower trap, so it would have lit the boss on fire, but it seemed like it was too far in the past. You know what I mean? All right. I think I'm gonna go like super classic BS build. You know what? I mean, smoke bomb or face flask. Smoke bomb, I guess. What is the super classic cheese build? Barb tips. Ammo. And you know what? Just go ahead and swap these. Although, you know, Bible's pretty good in this situation. All right, Mama Tick. Okay. Can't really see. Also, I don't have Armadillo Pack. Okay, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen. The cannon keeps interrupting the boss. Early poke is what you're looking for. It buys you a lot of time between, well, in theory, probabilistically speaking, buys you a lot of time between pokes, and you're dead. Okay. A new cannon and a marksman's bow. You know, if we're going ranged and we somehow run out of ammo, that's pretty good, although the Bible does have its uses, but this is a better cannon. So we've got that for long range if we need it, and then we've got a quick bow. There are instances where you don't want to use quick bow, like what about against the tentacles, you know? If the tentacles are, you're not really going to be putting too many arrows into them, you just want one big hit that can maybe kill them. That's what I'm thinking. Even against this guy, like, we can open up. At the very least, we can open up with one of those. Okay, that was kind of hilarious. Why was he burning? Oh, the cannon. We have a fire enabler. Okay. Dude, give me the other turret. Now we have a bleeding and a fire synergy. Why not? Clutch cannon. I mean, it was pretty good, wasn't it? The quick bow spreads oil, so we could have, you know what? We could have a marksman's bow that spreads oil, and then the quick bow can just like hit. Try and get close, Abe dares you. Look, if I have to do this challenge with a cheesy, you know, tactics range build, I'll freaking do it with a cheesy tactics range build. Self-synergy cannon. You know, it's interesting because it is a self-synergy cannon, but not on an individual shot. There has to be a follow-up shot that makes it a self-synergy because it only lights the enemy on fire after the first hit. But it kind of is a self-synergy cannon. Bleeding ice bow, rooting boy's axe. I want to check them just to see what they do. I think we're okay. I seem to see, I don't know if this is the case. I seem to see plus crits and bonus damage at maximum HP together frequently. Is that accurate? Does that happen? Shots leave a trail of flames, plus damage on a burning target. Okay, this is kind of hilarious, but why not? Now we've got ultra fire synergy happening here. Okay. Trap spreads oil. I don't know, I kind of like the cannon combined with the other trap we have. We're gonna reforge. Yes. Toxic cloud? Spreads oil. Plus 100% damage on a target that is burning oil. That's what we're looking for. Is this Mausoleum? Disposable account, welcome. What's the challenge? Don't get hit. Maybe you can turn that on as a custom option, so if you get hit, you just go back immediately. So in theory, we hit him with the marksman's bow once, then those start critting. I'm just waiting for my turrets to come back, just in case I have to recast them immediately. But it looks like they're still there. You should be dead. Okay, that seemed to have worked very nicely. Thank you, insanely good turrets. I don't want the owl. I don't really want the ice bow. Okay, one more left. That was a fast Scarecrow. That's honestly, like, when I first started fighting the Scarecrow, it was on low boss cell level, and he died that quickly in a lot of runs, and I was like, I can't practice the fight when he dies this quickly. This is gonna be hard because I don't know if we can actually burn the eye, but we can hit the hands pretty nicely. Like, at least, you know, if they do damage, I'm extremely happy. You know what? This actually went extremely easily. The cannons basically didn't do anything, because shots leave a trail of flames does not mean that arrows light enemies on fire. It means the arrows light the ground on fire, and if they shoot upwards, there's no ground to light on fire. So they didn't light the hands or the eye on fire at all, but we still had very good damage output. Is this boss rush? This is boss rush. Okay, but have you tried Crab Champions? Not yet. I need to talk to Mud and see how he liked the game, because I know he played it. So we have a burning synergy with Vampire Killer, and it's good damage, but the quick bow has been working for us. I don't want to change it. Boomerang does spread oil, and I like that it's quick. But I also like the damage of this. Is Boss Rush DLC content? No, I don't think it is. I know it came out with the Castlevania DLC, but I don't think it's DLC content. I think it does just exist in the game. Now don't quote me on that, because I don't know. I have the DLCs. Should probably look to see what boss we're fighting, but even if it's light, I kind of hope it's Lighthouse. That's not because I want to get revenge or anything like that. That's just because I do know how to fight the Lighthouse bosses here. It's just basically run away. Boss Rush came out before Castlevania. You know what? You're actually entirely correct. I just didn't play it. I picked up Dead Cells again when the DLC came out, so in my head they're intrinsically linked. Just like Castlevania and all of the, you know, indie roguelite game items, they all came out at the same time. Does the 5th BC boss spawn in Boss Rush? No. Fun fact, in the alpha for Dead Cells, for the next update, Dracula is 2 bosses. The first phase boss is a mid-boss, the same tier as Clock Tower and Giant. The second phase Dracula boss, the one where he turns into a demon, is a 3rd boss, e.g. Hand of the King. Isn't that something? Okay, first phase happened insanely quickly. You know what? We should have had Armadillo Pack for this. I'm glad he died, honestly. We have to jump. He's dead! I think we did it. Do you fight him in different rooms? Is that why? So does Queen have like a T2 and T3 version too? So, the first phase of the Dracula fight is relatively easy, which is why they made that phase of the fight a 2nd tier boss. The Queen is a 3rd tier boss, but so is the Lighthouse Servants. So you can fight in Boss Rush, you can fight either Hand of the King, Servants, or the Queen, and then when the update happens, you could have the possibility of fighting the 2nd phase Dracula as well. But I assume it's just because first phase Dracula was too easy, and then If you had to fight both phases, it would be a very long fight. So that explains why. We did it. We got a material. Our first material. Let's leave Boss Rush and check it out. Welcome. Mossy stone or wood? Or maybe bronze? I don't know, I kind of like the mossy stone. Maybe when I get gold, I'll pick a gold material. What the heck is material? It's the material of my statue. A dedication to me and my triumphs in Dead Cells, personally. Kind of like that, yeah. We do have a couple of interesting things unlocked, like the tier 3 armor set. I've got a sweet belt. I've got some pants with spikes on it. And then I've got this cool base because I already did, again, I did the 5BC first door flawless at some point. Bronze one feels too fake, mossy stone feels more cavey. Feels like we're in Minecraft here. Is it necessary? It's, of course having a statue of yourself is necessary. All right, Boss Rush. So hold on, I gotta consult the cheat sheet here. Are there any more 0 BC victories or 0 BC flawlesses that we need to do for the first and the third door, ideally? You do get something for the 4th door flawless, but those are enhanced bosses. We have the base. We've done the third, have we done the 3rd trial? Yes, we have the belt unlock. And the 4th trial is the one that gives you the sword. So we've done the 4th trial. So we can either go for a flawless on the 2nd door and the 3rd and the 4th door, or we can bump it up to BC enhanced. And I think I'm gonna bump it up to BC enhanced because I don't really want, and for this, let's exit the door. I don't really want to practice enhanced bosses unless I'm doing them all at the same time. Like, hey, I have to do 8 flawlesses, you know, 0 BC, 3 BC, 4 BC, 5 BC, times the 2 doors, because there's 2 different doors. So I'm just gonna do normal bosses, as many of them as I can, and then we'll jump into the enhanced bosses later. Why was Giant in 0 BC? Because we're in Boss Rush! They should allow you to change the BC in that room. That would be very handy. You are entirely correct about that, and I would tend to agree that that seems awesome. You know what? I'm a fool. I do have to leave and go back. We have to bump it up, actually, to 3 for the next flawless unlock. There you go. It's not each one. They're in groups. So we have to go to 3. So now, if we flawless the 1st trial, we will get a new base. And then we'll have all the bases unlocked, which is kind of fun. So let's do it. 1st door. We did some brutality and tactics, so maybe this time around we'll go survival and see if we can make it work, although it's gonna be hard. All right. Double damage throwing things, and double damage ice shock. Not exactly fantastic, although the flawless should do a lot of damage, but the tonic is actually worthless, and the ice shock is terrible. I like the cannon root grenade combo. The weapon, not so much, but here's what I'm thinking. We can probably get a new weapon right here. Frantic sword. Crit when you have less than 50% health or more than 50% malaise. Crap, how do we lose health? If you know what? If we could get a face flask, I could hit myself. Math. 250 times, and then I'll have 50% health, and then I'll crit. So that's something. It causes the target to drop gold, but they also do get poisoned. I don't know, Gold Digger? Frantic Sword actually does do more damage, though. Spreads oil, plus damage on a poisoned target. I guess maybe we could roll... I want to roll Boy's Axe, though. This is not a great start. I don't know what to take, though. I guess we probably don't need the root grenade, so we could take the flamethrower turret. It'll incentivize burning synergies in the future. And then we will go No Mercy, we will go Armadillo Pack. And then what do you take? Dude, I have no actual idea. Are we gonna be critting a lot? No. Boy's Axe. Attacking a frozen, stunned, or rooted enemy at close range reduces skill cooldowns. Give me a kill rhythm. Because we're gonna wanna go fast with this Boy's Axe. Like, we're gonna wanna... We're gonna wanna combo that, I think. Let's give it a try. I'm not very good with kill rhythm and weapons that are not just like mindless, aka Scythe Claw. Because you don't spam the attack button with Scythe Claw. I do with my other weapons. We've got some... I missed. We've got some damage. The tentacle should be insanely easy. Money, money, money. Okay, next. Were those biters? I think I saw my biters go by. Go bye-bye. Okay. I gotta be really careful about the tentacles. I always try dodging incorrectly against them. Did I get hit? No. Did I get hit? I thought I heard a but I have full health, so I don't know. I legitimately don't know if I got hit or not, but I think I did but the boss was rooted? I don't know. We'll keep going though. I do need a new weapon. We'll see if we can get one. Spiked shield, we'll definitely take this. My god, that's way more damage. Wasn't the execute sound? There's an execute sound? First time I'm hearing about that. 24,000. 16,000. It's a lot more damage by default. It's double damage by default. It's a little slow though. But I do need a better weapon, so I think it's okay, although we could no, I think we need a new weapon, and it's good enough. We'll see if we can get something better. I don't know if we need another Boy's Axe. No, I don't think we do. Now everything's just too expensive. I heard I heard a hit sound effect once when I parried a huge hit, but I didn't take damage, says Pasty Cake. I don't know. I'm starting to worry that I got hit. You know, if we're fighting the giant... Can I actually buy the wolf trap? Yeah. If we're fighting the giant, I might get that because it'll root the eye. But... Oh, we are fighting the giant too. Well, I guess we should buy it because the turrets are not going to do that much. At least the wolf trap, I don't know. You know what? We'll keep the turrets. This is the giant door. I'm gonna keep the turrets because the turrets are gonna be better than the wolf trap against the boss that we fight next. We're just gonna have to dodge. I guess we are very lightly lighting him on fire. His fist, that is. Okay. Really wish that we could have broken the hand. That's okay. I'm not doing this while he is Oh, yeah, nice hit. Careful. We can go slow. Ah, crap. You probably, I'm gonna restart, but you probably saw what happened. I was just too far onto the right side of the screen and I got tagged once. That was pretty good though. Or maybe I should have gone with the wolf trap though, because we were doing freaking no damage to that eye. Well, I say that, we were doing a lot of damage to the eye. It wasn't enough. Is a mutation letting you parry with the roll? That is correct! Armadillo Pack lets me parry with my shield, which meant I was able to actually get quite a lot of damage done, just by rolling through the projectiles that he was firing. Now in this situation, I mean, there's two extremely good things here. Crossbow and baseball bat. Here's the thing. Garbage weapons. Watcher. The baseball bat's pretty good. What was the parry? It was spike shield, so it did a lot of damage. Parry shield is the ideal shield for Armadillo Pack, but we didn't have it. Here's the thing. The wolf trap works on this boss. Baseball bat works pretty well, and we can actually charge up the throwing things. It's a very manual fight because we have like no skills that actually do damage. Unless we roll electrodynamics, I suppose. The explosive crossbow, though, is just insanely good. It is great range damage, but you know what? I think we're gonna roll this, and I think we're going to power up our electrodynamics. What do we want? No mercy, of course. We have a shield, we go Armadillo Pack, of course, and then successful parries and reflected shots inflict more damage. I assume Spite works with the shield. Heart of Ice seems okay if we're gonna be, you know, rooting a whole bunch. Let's give it a shot. If you parry, you technically get hit. What I really want is, I want the electrodynamics orbs, because this should help us to do a lot more damage against the Watcher. The Watcher body is going to be a little hard to hit. Does parry mean that you get hit for 0 or that you don't get hit? Parry means you get hit, but you don't take any damage, and it doesn't cost you any, like, curse deaths or anything like that. Parrying is weird. If you have an amulet where if you get hit, enemies are frozen or poisoned or whatever, that will apply to a parry, which I think is very interesting. At least I think it will. Yeah, you block the damage, but you do get hit, and things that happen when you get hit I think will work. I don't know. We got one throwing thing. I did use one, probably unnecessary. We still have one. My dude is electrified. I don't know what killed you. 2 tentacles. They're taking a lot of damage, surprisingly. I'm not even really doing much. Do I, like, burn when I roll? I think I burn when I roll. I don't think Vengeance works, because Vengeance works when you take damage, but you don't take damage when you parry. You take damage when you block, which is different than a parry. This is fine. Also, you lost a no-hit challenge, you parried. That's not how it works. Scythe Claw, oh my god. I can't take it just because I'm not good with it. I'm not that good with it, so I'm gonna say no. Now, if we fight the giant, here's the thing. Throwing things do not work on the eye. The traps do. So the baseball bat will work here because we have the wolf trap, okay? I'm gonna get a better shield. We reflect a lot of damage. We could get a better wolf trap. How much better? It's quite a bit better. It doesn't really do that much. Burns the ground when destroyed and spreads oil. Oh, that works with the baseball bat very nicely, actually. So you know what? I'm gonna upgrade it for the baseball bat double damage synergy. Let's give it a go. Bang. Bang. So we can do this. Oh, it's not working! I've had it worked in the past, so the fact that it doesn't work here is a little unfortunate. Oh, that worked! Throwing things worked. What'd I tell you about inconsistent? So we can do that. Wait for it. Oh! Out of ammo, it's okay. He's dead. I went behind the hand! It works if the trap lands on the hand. So, okay, so if you use the wolf trap, and it falls off the hand, it'll hit the eye, lock it, but not count as a root. Is that what you're saying, Gladair? Hello, by the way. Because if that is how it works, then I didn't know that. And that's very interesting. And very weird, and very strange. Why not Curse Sword? Asks AJD. I'm just trying new things. Probably use it eventually, because I'm not gonna be able to win because I'm bad. Who are we fighting? So this is I think this is Hand of the King. I don't remember what the color is for the Queen. I think it's blue. So what do we want for Hand of the King? Here's what I like, okay? The baseball bat has more damage against burning oil and electrified, which we have both. I think what we want is a different ranged weapon, or secondary weapon. It's a lot of damage. Like, here's the thing, the baseball bat does have bonus synergies, and we might be able to root the enemy for a millisecond, but the tombstone just does 62,000 DPS on its own. So what would we rather have? Baseball bat with good damage, plus 140% because we have both electrified and burning. Would we rather have a tombstone? I don't know. I think I'm just looking for a replacement. Why? Faster hitting bat. Well, the speed of the weapon doesn't matter because in theory these are listed as DPS, not damage per hit. 214K, sir, welcome. How you doing today? Slows down. Critical hits if the target is covered in water or oil, slows down enemies during 3 seconds. Nah. This doesn't have ammo. Not good. Although, if when he spawns enemies, maybe we can get their ghosts, but... Faster hits equals faster kill, IMO. And then the broadsword, which is just more damage on root, more damage on burning, and oil. That's high damage. That's very good damage. We're not gonna have the oil, or, like the burning oil forever. The baseball bat's damage is gonna go down. You know what? We can replace throwable objects. If the boss is not on fire, we should use this. If the boss is on fire, we should use baseball bat. That's what I'm thinking. And I like the synergies. Plus damage on root and oil. Ah, but if they're not on fire, we're not going to be using these. We should re-roll this in that case. We want like electrification and plus 20% or plus 40%. Stun. Stuns. This seems terrible because it's going to interrupt him, but it's funny. Let's do it. I like that the pause runs out when you get close to the door. We should have taken Wish, actually. That's my bad. We should have taken Wish and picked up an item. You can't do that. Wish is not available in Boss Rush. It just has the same lock icon. Never mind. We should not have done that. Wolf Trap burns. Wolf Trap burns, but it has a 14-second cooldown. So during the time when there's no fire, maybe we can use the broadsword for its massive damage. I think this is okay. Although, in theory, if we hit a frozen stunned or rooted enemy, we can reduce skill cooldowns, but I don't know how that's going to apply on this boss, because he's very resistant to wolf traps. They last for about half of a second. Let's give it a go. And also, if I want to, I can just take a free hit by swapping out my electrodynamics, which I'm actually probably going to do. I've done it. It worked. It saved me the hit. You dick. We're gonna finish the fight, but I'm not happy. Yeah. Yep. I like chat. How did that hit you? What is that range? That is the range of his weapon. Yes, that is the range of it. That's the range. He has the longest range of, I think, any enemy in the game that's not literally a ranged attack. It happens. Why is taking a hit important? Because I'm trying to do it flawlessly for unlocks. So we got a hit. We got to do it again. That's BS. You can handle the fight. I handled it improperly. But you can get out of his... The trick for that fight is really not being at range. If you're close to him, you can just dodge roll to the other side of him and jump over his attack. But when you're at range, it's deceptive how far of a range it is. Let's go for brutality and see what we get. Fire, a card, fire, and a grenade, and an assassin's blade. Poison and bleeding. That's actually kind of tempting. Who's our first boss? Jackman says I would have rage quit right there. Well, I didn't rage quit, but, you know, had to do it again. Or we have to do it again. If we can apply oil, the fire blast is pretty okay. Maybe we can do this. Barricade is mighty tempting. I mean, there is one over there. You know, we don't need the fire grenade. What about fire grenade barricade? That makes sense, right? So like, this does spread oil on a 4-second cooldown. Oh, let's go. So there's your damage. It's only 5,000? Really? My God. But we can get rid of the fire grenade. We can take No Mercy, we can take Armadillo Pack. And then if we're up close and personal with Fire Blast, maybe you go point blank for a 31% damage bonus. Isn't Barricade just a free hit once? And it costs you an item slot, which might not be for the best. Your best. Losers always whine about their best. Okay, apparently that missed you. You are oiled, though. Hey, knock it off. In theory, you're still burning, which is nice. You're hitting biters. Oh God, that was scary. Actually, it wasn't that scary. Just, you know, be careful. Because the biters are out. How does that not hit you? Could you, like, oh my God. You're gonna go into the middle. At least we kill him pretty quickly. I took a hit somewhere. What? Really? I guess we're recharging our card because of the boss fight, but I don't think we're gonna get it recharged fully, so I'm actually gonna swap it. It's interesting though. I did not notice that we took a hit. I don't know where that came from. But I guess we had it. So we're gonna probably try to get new equipment. You know, oiled grenade. Maybe not the best, but it is tempting. It's either that or electrodynamics again. Melee attacks. I don't know, is this any good? Why not? Actually, dude, this spreads oil? I don't know if it actually does spread oil. Also, why can I not charge it? It doesn't work with infantry grenade? Are you kidding me? Okay, sure, whatever, you say game. Yeah, still doesn't work. Weird. We gotta fight another boss. We can crit him, we can't burn him. Yeah, it just doesn't charge it up anymore. At least he's in water, so we can't electrify him. I just literally couldn't see. I wish on that part of the fight the camera would pan down. I just can't see the water, and then there's electric effects, there's fire, the orb is going in and out of the water. I just can't see. I need to activate Windows magnifying glass and just like zoom in. Enhance! Enhance! Whatever, it was the second fight. It's early. Background on that fight is BS. Yeah, the reflection on the water, your character standing in there, the fact that if ever you move, you get like a little ripple in the water. You're looking for the ripple, you're looking for the exclamation mark. There's an eye there, your fire is there, your attack is there, your skills are there. Ugh. Not a big fan of that little scenario. Let's go for poison. We have both Phaser and Snake Fangs. Oh. You know? Why not? It's actually, like, pretty good damage. So you could XY, 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 like, shoot Alchemic Carbine, hemorrhage, Alchemic Carbine, hemorrhage. Yeah, you know? It's weird, but I kind of like it. It's actually a really good kill rhythm as well. No mercy. Armadillo pack, kill rhythm. Considering the hemorrhage is super slow, anything that speeds it up I'm a fan of. This is very strange for a build, but I will try it. I don't know how Phaser is going to work against him, though. Oh, kind of worked. Hey. I don't know. How'd that work? Something's leaving a trail of flames. Oh, I was stuck in the end. I forgot Alchemic Carbine's so slow when you dodge roll. I forgot both Alchemic Carbine and Hemorrhage are very slow for the dodge roll after you shoot. So I wanted to try to get another hit in. Brutality not working so well right now. You know what I do like? Serenade. Now, is that all that I need for a winning run? Probably not, but, you know, we'll start there and we'll go from there. Punishment. I don't know how the damage calculations from that works with Armadillo Pack, but we'll take it. I think we'll just sell all of this. Mercy. Armadillo. And then we have Serenade. This is one where it's like, I have no idea. Anything with ranged? Probably not. Support? No. Ability? No. To press phaser to get out of animation? Can you do that? Because whenever I try to use skills and I'm in the middle of an animation, it goes, "Argh!" I assume that it's the same with phaser. Unless it's changed over time. But like if you can't dodge roll, you can't use the skill. That's my experience. Melee. Alright, Serenade. This is gonna be a me and you run. Me and you. And then bats for no reason. Oh, I hate this freaking background. Okay. Early. Counted as a parry. And they're both done. Come back into my hand, please. Boss still has 4 charges, so we have to hit him. Back in my hand. 4 rolls. Good, equally spaced. Like, the right side of the screen is so much easier to do this on than the left, because the left, you also have the UI covering up most of the water. What the heck? Thank you, Serenade. A bit longer than some of our previous fights, but it got the job done. I can replace the bats with anything. We will replace it with this, which might enable some synergies. War Spear. You know what? Poisons the enemies. Probably better than the boots. It's got a little bit of range to it. Virtually no animation loss. We like it. Hello, goodbye. Watcher. I like the music in this game. Can't reroll any of our weapons until after this fight. And that's fine. Hold on. Get out of the way. Okay. Okay. Gonna put that on the ground. Scratch my face real quick. Get in there. When I can't hit him, that's your job. Serenade, you get in there. Activate this. What the frick? I'm annoyed. Where's the tentacle? Again. This happened previously in this day of playing Dead Cells. There's 2 tentacles and then a 3rd tentacle? How does that happen? It seems unusual. The tentacles need to be faster. Ooh, double damage spear. We gotta check it out. Like, I saw the tentacle from behind, but I didn't think it would be there. I think this is fine. No mercy, armadillo, and what's a good 3rd? Not really much, but you know, melee, whatever. You, in theory, maybe we can just throw fire at you and kill you without having to actually fight you. But the damage from the Impaler seemed pretty good. I mean, it was double damage from the boots that we had last time. And in theory, you know, we can kind of hit him at range. The damage is actually, like, really good. Get through him, get through him, get through him! I hate having to do that. That does not count as a wall? I've never been more disappointed video game. Look, a little cheesy, but whatever. I hate that you can't get, you know, anywhere close to this guy. It's a better firebrand. We're looking for any weapon with like double damage is gonna be difficult to say no to, because we don't care about the double damage. Watcher. I care about the Watcher. Without having turrets, the Watcher is substantially more difficult when it comes to the tentacles. Because what I like about that heavy cannon is that usually the first tentacle that pulls up out of the ground dies, like instantaneously. Apparently that's a wall. So that first tentacle that dies means that the other tentacles aren't gonna do anything to you. They're not gonna be able to hit you. They're freaking dead, dude. This is a little slow. I got the reverse parry. Okay. One left. This is the last tentacle. Gotta get a little higher to hit you. And you're dead. Okay. So both bosses are down. We get a moment to ourselves. Not interested in the laser glaive. Powerful grenade does spread oil. I don't know. Like, literally speaking, the infantry grenade is better, but I'm probably going to get rid of the powerful grenade soon anyways, because it's not 10 out of 10. By the way, I think you do get legendaries from boss rush, but I think it's only in the enhanced bosses, not the normal bosses. Apparently it's too easy. How do I look at these numbers? Deals critical damage after a parry, can be used to attack in melee. But how much damage does the parry do with Alucard's shield? That's something I don't know. Let's take Bloodthirsty shield though, because it's a bleed and a poison on a parry. Are the jumps you make intentional or not? It depends on the jump. When I have a curse sword and then I fall into the fire on the lighthouse, yeah, it's not intentional at all. When I'm jumping over the tentacles and I'm in the air, it is intentional, because if you're on the ground, they can hit you. If you're not on the ground, they can't. Well, not that they can't hit you, but they don't know where you are, you know? Have you ever seen Tremors? Great film, by the way. Fantastic. I need a new weapon. Crit Fire Blast? Ugh. Honestly, like, I'm gonna reroll. I'm looking for something else. Victims Burn Infantry Bow. Again? I mean, the Impaler's doing a lot of damage, but I am looking for, like, a Vampire Whip, basically. Pyrotechnics. I do like the damage on that, but I think we're just gonna... I guess we're just gonna roll... Impaler. Double damage oil grenade, but... Well, I mean, why not take it then? It's literally... Actually, it's not literally more damage than the powerful grenade. It's literally less damage. Cat does a lot of damage. Roll this. Pop the cat. Have it do crits, which is like triple damage or something like that against the boss. Flamethrower. We don't have a problem creating fire. The cat? We don't have a problem creating fire. Guess we can try this. A reroll? Not really. Geez, I don't know. Let's freaking do it, I guess. I always get hit by them in the air. Yeah, the tentacles can hit you in the air, but you may have noticed it on the fights that I was doing just now. The tentacles don't seem to know where you are unless you're on the ground. But also, sometimes you can jump over the tentacles, so I always just like being in the air, because I feel like I have more options for dodging and whatnot, even though it's probably not technically correct. Or just like superstitions. I'm not gonna fight you. Dude, brutality sucks if you don't get a curse sword. I don't want to do brutality anymore. Give me a tactics run. Let me just have like a bow and some turrets, please. Alright, well, we didn't really get bows or turrets. You know, we got snake fangs for now. That's close, right? A Vorpan. Luric Shock. I mean, Corrupted Power is probably better. Then we go to Mercy. Oh, little back. We don't have any need for, like, point blank. I'm just gonna take Spite. If there's ever grenades on the ground, this roll will be able to kill things pretty quickly. This is gonna suck, but we got Poison, I guess? Maybe that'll be good for us. We can do burst damage against the Watcher when our things are not on cooldown. I wish that you would stop moving. I don't know what happened there with that tentacle. They're all poisoned, at least. Okay, I am... let's not stand there. There we go. Now we're making it work. Get screwed. I was jumping and I got hit by the tentacle. Don't trust my advice. I am bad at dead cells. Game, don't make me, like, create a custom mode where it's just Curse Sword. I'll do it. I will do it if I have to. Well, this is gonna suck. We don't even have a backpack shield this time. We can grab one. Oh, no, we're gonna grab this. Mercy, we don't even have a shield, so don't worry about it. We're gonna have support and point blank. I don't know if these actually work with the poison damage, but if they do, fantastic. Extremely cursed gameplay. Extremely cursed game. Don't trust my advice, I'm bad at Dead Cells, quote ad. I gotta, like, actually fix the fact that my chatbot doesn't connect right now. Hey. How are you taking so much damage? What is this turret doing? Was it just Wings of the Crow doing 2,000 DPS? And then they create electricity that does another 1,300 DPS? Like, is that just what it was? Does this thing do more damage than I thought? Probably. I never give Wings of the Crow any credit at all when it shows up. Alright. Oh, money shooter! I don't know why I said it like that. Money shooter! I do like it. I mean, here's the thing. If we keep it and hold it and we use it for late game bosses, it's a good way of killing them pretty quickly. Watcher. You know, let's be honest. We don't need to worry about Armadillo Pack. Although the Watcher does fire those green projectiles. Those are really nice to be able to parry back. Usually I prefer a parry shield. Of course. I don't know why. Oh, Jesus. I thought it was gonna hit me. I don't know, this seems actually pretty good for dealing with these guys. You're getting stunned occasionally. Could you, like, come here, please? I kind of want to save the wing. I rolled. I do a lot of rolling when I'm not in combat for, like, mobility, and as a result, when I need to roll in combat, I usually can't. At least not reliably. Hey. I guess we can still, like, try the poison. Ah, you know what? We can aim down. Dude, Wings of the Crow actually makes this tolerable. I threw one. Maybe the tentacles just can't hit that high, or maybe, you know, it's just meant to be that good. This is tempting to grab a Tesla coil. Like, what if we grab Wings of the Crow for the clock boss? I mean, if we have clock boss, we're not going to use Wings of the Crow. We're going to throw money at clock boss. So, like, what's the second phase bosses? Clock, Mausoleum. Dodging and throwing money is probably the best way of doing that fight. Yeah, I think we want another trap. And I know that Wings of the Crow has been good so far, kind of, but I still think we want the traps. Wings of the Crow plus anything that aims down makes most things tolerable. So not Nerves of Steel, because you can't aim that one down. Lightning Bolts. Double damage Scarecrow Sickles. I think this is a hard pass. Now, we do have... Well, let's take a look at the boss. Red, pink, or that bluish color. I think this is Mausoleum. actually could get a second one, or rather an upgrade. We got the money. We definitely want a parry shield. Oh my god. We don't really need money shooter if we grab this. This is half the damage, but we can make it have like a synergy with the poison. Nerves of Steel is just insanely good. We don't have a lot of money for rerolling, but we do want to reroll it and try to get poison. We have fire? Not really. We do have poison and ammo. That's really good damage. No mercy. We can go support on this one probably. We can go armadillo pack. If it's if I'm wrong, I think this is mausoleum, but if it's clock, armadillo pack, parry shield, projectiles is handy. It is clock. I still don't know the difference between the colors of the two, even if there is a difference. I should say, if there is a difference. How? I'm angry with myself at that one because I don't even know how I got hit. I dodged. Oh, this door is ruining me. What? We're on 3 BC? Did I do this on 0? What do you get for doing it on 0? A belt. No. 3rd trial. We got a material. This is gonna be a different material. Okay. I'm upset with myself, though. It's like whenever I get a good synergy, I find a way of screwing it up miserably. All right. So, in that same brand, let's do it again. Star Fury, Shrapnel Axes, Rebound Stone. I mean, I guess I'd rather have Rebound Stone than Scarecrow Sickles. I do not appreciate those at all. We'll go No Mercy, get that mouse pointer off the screen. I do not like our loadout at all. At all, but we'll go Point Blank. Technically, Vampire Killer does do more damage than Nerves of Steel if you can activate it, but it is melee, and we have no fire. Maybe there was fire in some of the things that I sold, but I don't like the equipment. Now, I don't know what this is going to do. I think it's just going to fly up into the air and then disappear. So this will be funny. Get through you. I guess it does stun you. Very... No. Get away from me. Yeah, my projectile did just fly up into the air and disappear. Thankfully that didn't hit me. Okay, you know what? We can at least light enemies on fire if we take this. And you know, I'd rather have Wings of the Crow than Rebound Stone. Do we want Pyrotechnics? We could go Pyrotechnics and Vampire Killer to light enemies on fire and then crit them, or we could go Pyrotechnics, Nerves of Steel to stay at distance. You know, let's go this Vampire Killer. I've used this in the past as a weapon, and it's been pretty decent. Let's give it a shot. Probably don't need Point Blank anymore, but I'm not gonna spend 30 seconds being like, oh, I don't know what other mutation to take. Also, this boss can't be lit on fire. I wish you could tell what the boss was before you sold your equipment on the previous fight. Hey, at least we can put oil. You know what? I trust. I almost didn't. I can probably still hit you from up here. Oh. What? I parried? I guess it counts as a dodge roll. I didn't realize we were at this point in the fight. You know what? You are covered in oil. You know, maybe Wings of the Crow is actually okay and I'm an idiot. It is a possibility. We'll take Sinew Slicer, Boomerang. It's actually pretty good, but let's believe in the combo. If you're staying at a distance, why would you want Vampire Killer? Because maybe, just maybe, I won't stay at a distance. Maybe we'll actually try to get in there. And if we get a different weapon in the future, like a multi-knock bow that's very, very good, we'll grab this instead of the Vampire Killer. And then we'll have plus ammo and then, you know, passive damage. Yeah, okay. Taco Sunday says, Wings plus Electric Whip is how I got to 5 BC way before I should have when I first started playing. Really? Wings and Electric Whip? How does that make sense? Because I would imagine that you can't inflict multiple stacks of electricity. In fact, I know you can't. So what's the value of the Electric Whip? You know what? I'm an idiot. I know what the value of Electric Whip is. You get to hit enemies underneath you. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Zach? I just want legendary gear, please. Dude, Sonic Carbine's really good at putting bullets in enemies as well. If we run out of ammo with one, we can go with the other one. A little bit of a delay. Actually, if we run out of ammo, we've got this. Let's reroll. Parry shield we want. Okay. I don't know if we want Wings of the Crow for this, but we have it. Oh, cannon. Well, do we want the cannon? Admittedly, Wings of the Crow is pretty good burst damage, but the cannon is so goddamn good. You know what? It spreads oil. So let's take it instead of the Sinew Slicer. There you go. We do have to do some mutation resetting. I do like No Mercy still, although we could probably take support. Might still be able to go point blank as well, but what I'm gonna do is go ammo and barbed tips. I'm gonna try to make this work. Pretty good passive damage. Time for downfall tonight. We will see. Now, I don't know if I should even use Wings of the Crow, because if I use it, I can't hit the enemy. How come I didn't parry that? I didn't take the parry mutation. That would be why. Okay, that kind of worked. Oh my god, I got up. I'm annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Do you want to know why I'm annoyed? Because when the cutscene ended, I floated due to Wings of the Crow, and so I wasn't where I thought I was. Oh my... That was actually, like, I think that was a pretty good run. I think we could have had that one be a success. And I think I just died to using an item that I haven't used, and then it kind of behaved a little bit awkwardly during the cutscene. Because during the cutscene, I dropped to the ground, and then I think when the cutscene started, I wasn't there. I was actually somewhere else. Like, maybe I was still floating or something. I don't know. It happened so quickly, but it didn't seem correct. It seemed very strange. This is stupid. But also, this is why I'm here. You know? There you go. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I don't like about the Watcher fight in Boss Rush? It takes too long. This and Nest. You go to the third boss fights, there's like no fiddliness to it. Come here. This is doing like no damage. I don't know if this is any good. I don't know. Seems okay, actually. Maybe bosses is where this gun shines. You didn't die from that, huh? I parried. So that's something. Thank you, Cannon. Okay, that was interesting. I feel like that went very well. Double damage throwing knives, I like if we have a bleed synergy with anything. We have bleed equipment, it's better than light speed. I don't even think I can figure out how to ever make that one work. Shock or bleed? I don't know, does the bleeding scale? I hope it would. I don't think it really matters. Technically, we would have another thing to enable, like, you know, fire versus bleed, because we already have a bleed thing, but, or rather electricity. And going to the Nest fight, I really should have kept it. I always forget about that. But I think we have enough damage, I hope. Right, light speed animation cancel. I don't even know what to think about that. What is that? That's magic? That's just me having bad timing. Alright, I'm gonna do one more. I think I've been destroying my brain with Boss Rush. I think that I'm starting to lose focus. I'm gonna do one more tactics run. And you know what? If we do come back to Boss Rush at some point, I might just make a custom mode of Cursed Sword, because that's probably just easy mode. Cursed Sword, pick the items you want, and then every tube is gonna have the same equipment, and then we could just have a very consistent loadout and probably a very good chance of flawlessing the bosses when we're doing significantly more damage faster than we're currently doing. But we'll give it one more shot here, and we'll see how it goes. I would like... I'm gonna take the lantern. It's an interesting one. I guess I'm gonna take nothing. Mercy. Armadillo pack. Weird, because like this is a melee build, so let's take point blank. So if we can charge up the lantern, maybe we can just obliterate a boss in one hit. I'm looking at you, you know, Nest/Watcher. We know we're gonna get one or the other after this one, so. That was a loud parry. Oof. Get through him, get through him, get through him. No. I'm gonna do one more because that sucked. I hate that guy when he gets you next to a wall. Ah. Is hitless a requirement of boss rush? There are cosmetic unlocks related to boss rush. I'm trying to complete those. That's all. Taking its sweet toll on my body and brain though. You know what? Just leave it for a second. Okay. I'll grab it. We're gonna get rid of one of these. I'll take a mushroom boy. Just something we can chuck out there and have do damage. Let's get ammo and go armadillo pack. We could have taken point blank, but I want to try to stay at a distance. Although it's not going to be easy on Watcher, of course. I hope you can make it into the room. Maybe I should have waited to summon you until you were in here. I mean, that seemed very easy to start with. Okay, I almost screwed up the timing of my my attacks with the tentacles, I think. Very strange. Excuse me. Excuse me, coming through. You know what? Freaking hell! I'm gonna give you one more. Why does it have to be so hard? You're watching a man lose his mind. All right, is double damage electric whip good enough? Because the other items we have is a door and a shell. So I really hope this is good enough. You know what? Please give me, instead of a door, a grenade. That's at least something. Give me no mercy. Give me a parry. And then, you know what? Give me freaking point blank. Hopefully it works with this freaking whip. Game is trolling you the second you let down your guard over and over again. Ugh. Tried to hit you with a book. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. Try something. Freaking parry him. Hey, come here. Hey, I can't hit you. Maybe this is the strategy?